So thanks for the introduction on what you're doing and all the challenges with your PhD. Has this
Mhm.
put you off staying in academia, or was the plan all along to go out into clinical practice or to join a startup, or is teaching on the cards? What comes next? What are you excited for in the future?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, the ultimate goal for me was to become a psychologist, and I do love the clinical work. I love working with people. I love doing therapy with children and families, and also most recently with young adults at the University Counseling Center. And I think that trajectory has basically stayed the same. Although I will say I love mentorship, and I can see myself doing some kind of mentoring program. Um, just because I love the idea of being a teacher, but I don't want to be bound to a university either. And so I think that there's still the possibility for leadership and mentorship in different avenues on the side of, doing clinical work as my primary focus. Mhm.
Nice. So
I
I've
want to speak
actually
over you, that's why. I was like,
no, don't worry. 'Cause I've interviewed another psychologist that's working in academia, working with people. It's like their first clinical trial, and I asked them a question. I think it'd be quite good to hear your kind of your perspective on this. So I've heard psychologists talk about kind of the balance between having an impact with a lot of people and having an impact with fewer people. So you can have a really big impact with a
mm,
small number of people doing therapy, doing mentorship, or you can have like a large like cast the net wider, but the impact per person is much smaller. It sounds like you're more on the fewer people but bigger impact. Has that always been the case? Or was there ever like a "Ah, which route do I go down? Which way do I take this?"
yeah, I think it's a great question. I think probably the natural tendency has always been big impact amongst a select few. I never really thought about it, but I just lean towards quality over quantity. I'd rather make one really great post that reaches a lot of people and maybe changes a person's day versus a bunch of meaningless, like just things that everyone hears all the time. I can say good job, but
Yeah.
good job for what? Good job for what? So I'm gonna say good job for this very specific thing that you're doing, and that requires this individual level of connection and understanding. Because I mean, I would probably imagine that most people find a good job for doing this thing. I've noticed these changes. I imagine that's a lot more impactful than someone just saying, oh, great job.
Yeah.